So if you wouldn't mind, just tell us a little bit about what your role is and what services that you provide for our students and our staff
Yeah.
members.
So I am the mental health and wellness specialist for Plano ISD. I oversee mental health programs that we have internally in Plano. We have several mental health programs that support students, and we have several partnerships with community agencies that also support the mental health needs of students in Plano. And so kind of oversee those things. I also oversee our amazing team of social workers that we have that are also serving the mental health needs of students.
Okay. So how does one access those resources?
So I would say the first contact would be your campus. We have amazing counselors on campus that are aware of all these programs and partnerships that we have. So reach out to the campus counselor first. We also have on the PISD website, we have under our counseling services department, all of the mental health programs that we offer. And so they're linked. You can go on the main web page, you can click on it, and there's information and details about each program. Not every campus has every program. That's something that we want to work towards in the future, but they're across the district. And so I would say reach out to your campus counselor first, and then you can always call the counseling services department directly for more information, and then our counseling services website.
Give me an example of what are some services that are offered?
So we have an amazing partnership with TCHAT, which is through Children's Medical Center. It's telemental health services, but they work with students over the age of 11. And so they are not on our elementary campuses. They're serving the needs of our middle schools, high schools. And for next year, we're really looking to expand it to where TCHAT is on every middle school, every high school, and every senior high.
Oh, okay. So I know you just mentioned some services for students. What are some services that maybe our employees can tap into?
Yeah. I'm excited you bring that up because we've done so many things within counseling services, and our amazing team of social workers has really come together to put resources specifically for our staff. And so at the beginning of the year, I was really fortunate to be able to partner with our benefits department. And we created a PISD staff mental health community resource list. And everything that I'm showing you here is going to be linked on the intraweb for PISD employees. And so if you log on to PISD, go into the intraweb, go under counseling services, and there's a page specifically that says staff mental health. And all of these documents that I'm going to share today will be linked on there. So this first page is PISD staff, and this actually breaks down the information about our benefits department too. Our benefits department has amazing people on staff that are willing to share information about our EAP program, our employee assistance program. That is something that we share within our department. We have it on our crisis page. If there's something that's happened on a campus, it's the very first thing we share. It's 6 free sessions per person, per full-time employee, let me correct that. But it's not just for the full-time employee, it's for your family too. And it's 6 free sessions per person, per occurrence, per year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's an amazing benefit, and it's not the only thing that EAP provides. There's several other things that EAP can assist with. And so if you go onto the benefits webpage, there's a list of things that they specifically can help with. It's a matter of calling them and setting it up. But the EAP 6 free sessions, it's a game changer. It's free. And I know several people who've utilized it. I myself have utilized it in the past as well. So that's one of the things that we always want to highlight.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we wanted to include resources that are local to Collin County and for the city of Plano. We know a lot of staff live here in the city of Plano and in Collin County, and so we wanted to provide this information. On the flip side of that, we also know that not everybody lives in Plano and not everybody lives in Collin County. And so we also created this page for surrounding counties around Collin. So this includes Dallas, Tarrant, and Benton County. And so this is linked on there as well. You just click on the county that you live in, and it's going to take you to mental health resources,
Oh, wow.
specifically for that county, and then our mental health page here for Plano ISD if you just scan the QR code.
That's amazing.
Those are just two of the staff resources that we created, but we wanted to take it a step further. The beginning of the year, I heard from several teachers who were saying, I'm seeing all of these behavior issues that are popping up in my classroom, and I just don't know how to support students, which was leading to teachers feeling overwhelmed. And so we wanted to create a toolkit specifically for teachers on supporting mental health needs of students. And so we created this little pamphlet, and really what it is, it talks about what is mental health? What does it look like in students? How do you support students dealing with mental health concerns? What are some tips that you can implement in the classroom to help? And then at the very back, there's an entire section on self-care, because as we were discussing earlier, we can't pour into our students if we ourselves are empty or needing help. And so there's an entire section on self-care.
So what are you excited about, or what are some things that you have been really proud of since you've been in your role, and what are some things you're looking forward to in terms of moving into the next level?
So I'm super excited that we're just have this opportunity to even just have this conversation. I'm also excited about being able to implement more prevention. We're looking into how can we support our students in elementary campuses. That's a common myth that we hear several times. I've heard it throughout the course of my entire career of children don't have mental health issues, it's behavior issues. And when we really start looking at the data and the research that's out there, it says children can have mental health concerns starting as early as age 4. And so there's a lot of things, there's a lot of factors that kind of feed into that, but it's there, and our little friends, they need the help too. And so I'm super excited in just seeing the direction that we're taking mental health within Plano ISD, so that our students can really receive the help that they need.
That's awesome. What message would you like to just send and share with those that may click on the link to listen to you about mental health awareness, and what you provide? What bit of information would you like to share?
I think the first thing would be it really is okay to not be okay. And I know several people say it, we hear it everywhere, but it genuinely is okay not to be okay. I think as educators, we come into this profession, whether it's you're a teacher in the classroom or an administrator or a district leader, we all come in with the same goal, essentially, and that's to ensure that our students are successful, right? But I think that sometimes we are kind of looked at by parents and the community as experts in our field, and we don't have issues. I know that as someone who's worked in mental health for a long time, I know that sometimes it's shocking to people to hear that I've had mental health issues in my family, personally, and I think, like you said, it makes you more empathetic towards other people, and I think people also become more empathetic towards you. And so it's okay to say, hey, I'm not okay, I need help. And so I think if there's anything that someone takes from this conversation is that please ask for help. There's people who want to help. There's people who are willing to listen.
That maybe you want to let people be aware of.
Yeah, so May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and our amazing team of social workers is working on being able to spread more awareness around mental health on our campuses, especially our secondary campuses. And so they're all working in collaboration with their counselors at the campuses where they're housed, and just planning events with different student organizations like Stuco and the Hope Squad. And so there's so many different things that are in the work for next month that I'm super excited about. And we're also trying to figure out right now, like, what are we doing for our elementary campuses as well, because we don't want to exclude our elementary friends. So that is something we're in the works.
Okay.
We're super excited.
Awesome.
And yeah, we just plan to spread more awareness about mental health next month.